Hi, this video is a part of data visualization with Python playlist. In this video, I'll explain drawing of line plot and then annotating it using Matplotlib. Okay, so in this playlist, we'll be doing different visualization using Python, and this video is about line plot. So let's go to this annotated line plot using Matplotlib. The first part is basically data processing. So we have this Canadian immigration dataset, which looks like that. We will clean it by first of all dropping all the unnecessary columns, and then we will rename the column odd name to the country, and then we will set this country column as an index because we are interested in different countries immigration to Canada. Then we will add the total column by summing along first axis to see that from 1980 to 2013 how much of immigrants have gone from this respective country. Okay, let's extract data for a specific country, Haiti. What we are interested in is looking at the trend of immigrants for this specific country between 1980 to 2014. Now, how do we do that? For that, we will extract the data from this data frame, this whole data frame, by calling this function loc. So this is like locating this country, and this is the index because countries are actually stored as an index, and years is actually containing the list containing these values from 1980 to 2014, and these lists is kind of all the columns that we are extracting out. So once we extracted it out, so this is how it looks. This is a data frame series. Then what we do is these indexes, these years, these columns are basically in string form. So their type is string. So we convert it to integer by mapping, by applying this int function, by using this map function and internally applying this int function to each of the value of the index of this data frame series Haiti. Now, once we convert this indexes, then what we will do is we will call this style.use function of Matplotlib. We have imported this Matplotlib as MPL and this matplotlib.pyplot as PLT, and we have also imported this NumPy and pandas as NP and PD. And in this video, we'll be using only these four libraries. Matplotlib is a whole package, and this matplotlib.pyplot is a module in the Matplotlib. Okay, this style.use this ggplot is a specific kind of a style that we want to use. We could use different style, and you could search in internet the different kind of styles, but ggplot is a famous one. Then what we do is, first of all, we create figure of size 12,4. This whole thing is a figure, and we could change this size. And then what we do is we use the internal data frame series function plot. This is a data frame internal function plot, and in the backend, this plot function is calling matplotlib functions to actually do all the plotting. And there are various options to do plotting, and all of those various options can be called using this kind attribute, parameter of a function. This kind parameter is having different values, but we want to plot lines, so for that reason we will give it a value of line. We could draw scatter plot, we could draw KDE plots, we could draw different kind of plots, and we'll be looking at different plots. Then what we'll do is we will plot the title, and we'll plot the Y label, and we'll plot this X label. So this is like adding a title, adding Y label, and adding X label to this figure. Now, how does this Matplotlib know the values of X-axis and Y-axis? Basically, this data frame function plot internally is using the index values of this data frame series. These index values 1980, 1981, 82, 83, all of these index values are used as X-axis values, and all of the values for this specific column for each of the index is used as a Y values. So internally, this plot function is inferring these X-axis values and Y-axis values. We just have to add the labels, X label, Y label, and title, and after that we want to annotate it. So this annotation 2020 earthquake that we have added here is actually added by using this text function of plot. This plot is actually using matplotlib.pyplot. We have imported matplotlib.pyplot as PLT plot, so I'm calling that a plot. Okay, so plot.text, this text function of this plot is actually annotating this line plot. How do we do that? First of all, we give the position where we want to annotate this line plot. This is the position 2005 2005 in x-axis and 6000 in y-axis. So from this point it will start writing, and what will it write? It will write 2020 earthquake, and then it will see then what we'll do is we will tell the font size to be 12. We'll add this font size to be 12. We could add there are a lot of other parameters that we could also adjust, and you can just check out the documentation for further details. However, this is very cool because now we can see this this sudden increase in immigration towards Canada in 2010, and we could see that this immigration increase is because of earthquake, and it is quite self-explanatory looking at this graph. We don't need another explanation or documentation for explaining this whole part. So this annotation part is really cool. Okay, then we just call this show function, which let us see this whole line plot. I hope so this makes sense now.